Good morning, lovely people, or afternoon, or evening, whenever it is. How are you all doing today? I hope you're well. Oh, it's a bit warm. Oh, actually, I have to take my glasses off, otherwise all you get is reflections. State of me. Yes, I'm just in, well, obviously, I'm at the garden. I've just come here to water, to do a really good watering again. It's been 3 days, and there's something else I need to do while I'm here, which I'll talk about in a sec. But I haven't had an actual gardening day for a week now. I'm planning to have one tomorrow. I hope. So my August sort of, yay, let's change it up. Let's, you know, no sewing machine, way less gardening, I'll do all these. It hasn't got off to the best start, I must say, because of that stupid migraine that rumbled in the end for 4 days. Never mind, that's gone. Let's not talk about that anymore. And what I've kind of, literally all I've done in the last couple of days is I'm trying to catch up on stuff that I should have done before the migraine came. So, you know, this theme for me for August of, it's not a holiday as such because I still need to work, obviously, but I really wanted to have a month, and I'm gonna have a month where, you know, I do some different things. I do things which I've been meaning to do for ages. Essentially, I go a bit slower, have a bit more fun while I'm doing it, or just relax about doing it all more. So I would love to be having, you know, every day in the garden, just sitting and reading a book. Obviously, I'm not going to do that because that don't pay the bills. But yeah, I've got another couple of quite busy days coming up that they're things, you know, we often say, oh, I've got to do this or I must do that. Well, I do have a couple of days of things that have got to be done because it's things to do with my building, with the insurance, with a problem, structural problem with the building. So those things really do have to get done. The longer these kind of, well, obviously insurance has to be done. The longer we leave these things, then if there is a problem, the worse it gets. And, you know, if it was just my home, I might think, well, whatever, leave it another week or whatever. But it's not, you know, it's a collective building. And this one job in particular, it's been left and left and left. I was hoping, rather stupidly, that someone else in the building would deal with it. It's not happening, so I'm going to deal with it. Anyway, so yeah, the August I'd been dreaming of for 2 days before August started, because if you remember, this has all come about because of the sewing machine dying. It hasn't quite gone according to plan, but that's okay. Because August, the theme for me is to say, you know what, that's okay. Make a video, don't make a video. Get up at 9 o'clock, get up at 7 o'clock, don't get up. So long as the things which do need doing get done, then it's all fine, it's all good. So, yes, I'm looking forward to a full day in the garden tomorrow. But today, watering, then straight back home, lots of little things to be getting on with. But one of the things I am going to do today here, now, so I'm just going to quickly chat about, is my, reaching over, oh come on old lady, you're not that stiff, my Ryobi, my strimmer. So I've had this strimmer over a year now. I've been perfectly happy with it. Actually, I've really liked it. I think ergonomically, the adjustments I can make to all the handles, to the height, and that's a really important thing. You know, so many tools, I'm sure they're designed for people between 5'5" and 5'7". So if you're one of those people, if you're really diddy, gorgeous and petite, hello poppykins, oh, you'll know what it's like when things are too long. But if you're a tall girl, it's also an issue. So I really like it from that point of view, the ergonomics. The battery, I need to get a new battery because the battery I use for this, my drill, my jigsaw, etc., that battery was second hand in the first place, and it's really not coping very well. I mean, it works for about 10-15 minutes and then it conks out. So when I trim all the paths and outside the shed, that gets done in 3 sessions. Anyway, that's for another day. But the strimmer cord ran out, and it's kind of like it's holding up a mirror to me of something I'm really, really bad at. So I need to get this off. I need to check the size. I have looked online, but it's one of those things where, you know, they all have different numbers. I've just spotted something on the handle. Ah, look, that's quite handy. That's better than the instruction manual. Can you see that one's highlighted green and that one's grey? That's obviously, or I'm presuming that's the model number for the strimmer cord. Because when I was looking online, there were so many different types, and I thought, the last thing, they're not cheap, and the last thing I want to do is buy one and it be the wrong one. So, oh, that's handy. Right, good. Log that. Now the thing is to get this off. So I went, oh, just prop that there. If that slides, it's going to give Poppy such a shock. I went into one of my drawers at home, and this is part of my kind of, you know, slightly OCD nature. Pulled out my manual. So whenever I get anything that's like a mechanical thing, I always keep my manuals. I keep my guarantees in there. I don't extend guarantees for most things, but you know, you get a 1 year or 2 year guarantee. So I keep all that stuff together. You never know when you may need to refer to something, and apart from needing to refer to it to fix it. So for instance, my boiler manual sits in the top of that drawer because that's the one. Well, I, like, touch wood, with my new one, I've only had to fix it once. But it's also really handy because with these things, you always get dimensions of your items. So, for example, when my previous washing machine died a death and I had to replace it, because my whole kitchen is sort of built in, all my appliances are in cupboards. It was really useful to have the old one to know exactly what the dimensions were, so that when I was going to buy a new one, I knew exactly what size to get. Anyway, so I thought, yay, I've got this. This will tell me, A, what cord to buy, and B, how to change it. But look, this has got 1, 2, 3, 4, I won't count them all. It's got to be about 20 languages. So most of the booklet, and then you come to your own language and there's 2 pages, and it's not really helpful. Then you turn to the back. Sorry, let's do this in a way that's not quite so awkward. You turn to the back and then you start to see the diagrams for how to use it, and then there's one for how to change the battery, how to change the strimmer cord. You need a degree in semiotics to get through these things. Honestly, that's the strimmer page. I'm going to hold it open. The cord changing page. I'll keep that open there. So I was having a look through the manual last night, and it occurred to me. Let's just have a quick slug of water. It's really hot today. I wasn't expecting this kind of heat. Hello, Miss Poppy. Sorry if I ignored you. Oh, the cats have gone bonkers this morning when I've turned up, because I haven't been here since Sunday morning. And what day is it today? Wednesday. So they're all a bit like, where have you been? Feed me, cuddle me. Oh, and I'm cat sitting for someone this weekend, so I'm going to have loads of kitty cuddles. Anyway, digress. Hoiking this manual out, and now I'm going to try and get the end off this cord holding section. It made me think, I'm really, really bad at this. When I get a new gadget of some description, and I was partly thinking about this because, do you remember for those of you who follow Richard and Paul, and if you don't, why don't you get over there now? Richard got his new sewing machine, his new Janum sewing machine, Richard. And he was great because literally every day he was trying something new on it, trying a new setting, trying a new foot or device on it, going through the manual, page by page, learning. And he's just got his new camera. So he'll be doing the same with that, just playing with it, exploring all the different ways that he can use it, the different settings, what have you. I'm the opposite. I get something new and I learn only what I need to know for the immediate thing. So for example, this camera that I'm talking to you through, I know how to record a video. I know how to delete it from the memory card afterwards, so I just use one memory card and I'm continually in a process of deleting. I know how to play back in situ, so if I'm here and I just want to check that something's recorded properly, I can play it back. But that's about it. So my immediate needs, I've learnt them. Gosh, you know, it's the same with my computer, with my editing software that I got for making the videos. I was mentioning I want to explore that more. But when I first got it, it was like, right, how can I top and tail a video and upload it? Or how can I do that, save, render, then upload it? I have this real, I don't know whether it's a reluctance, I don't know whether it's because I'm always in a rush to do the next thing, so learn the bare minimum, move on. I think that's slightly what it is. But it's kind of odd because I do like learning. I mean, you know, for goodness sakes, when I was 41, is it 41? Yeah, I left the world of antiquarian books and went back to university for 3 years to train to become a nurse. And, you know, the nurse training now is also very, very academic. And I loved that. I'm a bit of a sciencey head. So I do like learning, but there's something about machines. I don't know. Bare minimum, move on. And that's also weird because I love engineering. I'm fascinated by engineering. Old tractors, yay, love them. Aqueducts, viaducts, canals, railways, chimneys. Oh, Fred Dibner. Fred Dibner was my dad's hero. I love him too. For those of you who don't know, he's no longer with us, a steeplejack from Lancashire, from Bolton, my neck of the woods, and he had that lovely Burr accent from Lancashire. Oh, lovely Fred. I couldn't do his job though, going up those chimneys. But yeah, that whole world fascinates me. I love to know how, you know, the mills, the cotton mills, I love knowing how those work. Water mills, windmills, how does it work? I want to know, how does a steam engine work? Love it. Absolutely fascinated. But when it comes to things like streamers, cameras, computers, even phones, I'm sure, yes, I know, some of you have spotted it in other videos, my old dumb phone. You know, this probably does more than I realise. I'd had it about 5 years before I realised it could take a photo. I mean, the photo's pretty rubbish. Tiny screen, really pixelated, but there we go. Yeah, so I've got no idea why I'm like that, but I am. And so now I'm going to have a slight teeth/hair pulling moment of, I'm not going to do it on camera, because, you know, I'm fascinated by the navvies and their work on the canals and then the railways. I can swear like a navvy. Maybe I was a navvy in a former life. If you believe in reincarnation, I think I probably was a navvy. So I'm going to have a crack at that in a second. But before I do, I'm going to get some much needed water onto my plants because, oh, so dry, so hot. So I just have to keep watering. Alright, my lovelies, I will catch up with you again soon. Oh, probably the next one might be something from the garden. Yeah, because I'm planning my garden day. So until then, please look after yourselves, stay well. When you get something new, read the manual properly. Learn how to do it properly, right there and then. Don't be like me, a nervous Nelly about these things. Leave it a year and then go, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll have a go. Poppy's about to jump and send stuff flying. Pop. You know, what amazes me with cats though is there's a proper obstacle course on the potting bench. She's just gone tip, tip, tippy toe through it. If that was a dog, just crash, bang, wallop. On that note, cheerio! See you all tomorrow. Bye for now.